Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
His first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Luck. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 40 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Here we go with Kamara.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's put him on the buses. 12.
Block on 3rd down. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Chiefs.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You got nothing. Hey, 15. Exit. 58, come on. Watch the flood.
Now Mahomes. He's able to find Wallace. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 22, Luck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. You don't want none. Give it. Shoot.
From the gun, here's Love. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, 84 yards, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Toss play, Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow, are you ladies? I got it. Double time. 3 out.
Mahomes now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. Check. Ready.
Out of the gun. Luck looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Slam.
Gone right.
Long. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come on.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Begin. Hey, check.
Third and long, it's Luck. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 23. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. First down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is incredible.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, let's get that alert. Check 52.
Now a first down throw. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
12.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's caught by Funchess. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You didn't want this. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get ready, get ready, get ready. 58, boys, 58, 58 to Mike. So we got man.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
43.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike, 58, right there. You're not ready.
Mahomes to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Watch the pass. Kill.
On first down, Hines tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. The 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack taking it in. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chiefs 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. A win would be their first of the young season.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Mahomes throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Bandit. Bandit. And 58 is a Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go!